The story of Aisha Lawal began long before headlines turned her name into a tragedy. At just 19, the Nigerian teenager dreamed of helping her family escape poverty. When a distant cousin introduced her to a travel agent who promised domestic jobs in the Middle East with high pay, she hesitated, but the thought of building a better life was too strong. Her mother remembers the day she left. She told me, "Mama, I'll come back and build us a house." It would be the last time they spoke. A new country, a new hell. Aisha arrived in Lebanon expecting work as a housemaid for a wealthy family. But from the very first week, it became clear that the promises were lies. Her employer, Mrs. Rania Karim, confiscated her passport, restricted her phone, and made her work long hours with little food or sleep. The occasional photos Aisha managed to send to her cousin showed dark circles under her eyes and bruises. When she begged the agency to return her home, she received threats instead. "You signed a 2-year contract. Try to escape and you will be jailed." The night of the murder, one cold January night, paramedics were called to the Karim residence after neighbors reported screaming and crashing sounds. They found Aisha lying motionless on the kitchen floor, brutally beaten. Mrs. Karim claimed she discovered Aisha already dead, insisting that intruders must have broken in. The police initially agreed. There were signs of forced entry, valuables missing, and the CCTV cables were cut. The case appeared to be a botched robbery. But something didn't sit right with Detective Farid Al-Salah. Why would burglars kill a maid and ignore the wealthy homeowners sleeping upstairs? Cracks in the story. Autopsy results changed everything. Aisha's injuries showed a pattern of prolonged abuse, not a single attack. She had fractures from past weeks, not just the night of her death. The detective became convinced that the robbery scene was staged. When investigators checked the CCTV system, a strange clue surfaced. The wires weren't cut, they were loosened. Someone pretended to cut them. And inside the storage room, hidden behind a suitcase, police found Aisha's diary. The diary, in shaky handwriting, she documented everything. The physical abuse, starvation, threats, and the failed attempts to call for help. But one line stood out. "I am no longer afraid of Madam. It is her son, Khalid, who scares me." No one had ever mentioned Khalid, the employer's 22-year-old son, who had been away at university, or so the family claimed. His return travel date told a different truth. He had been home 2 days before Aisha's murder. A new suspect. Police dug deeper into Khalid's messages and found disturbing chats filled with violent fantasies, degrading language, and references to punishing the maid who doesn't obey. DNA tests then delivered the final blow. Blood traces matching Aisha were found on Khalid's watch, hidden under his mattress. When confronted, he snapped. "She wasn't supposed to die. She made me angry." She talked back. But during trial, another twist emerged. Security camera footage from a neighbor, the only CCTV not disabled, captured something chilling. Mrs. Karim watching from the staircase while her son beat Aisha. She never called for help. Court transcripts revealed even more. She helped her son stage the burglary, hide evidence, and rehearse their alibi. The mother who claimed to be asleep didn't just witness the murder. She was the mastermind behind the cover-up. Khalid was convicted of second-degree murder. His mother received 20 years imprisonment for aiding and abetting homicide and human trafficking violations. Meanwhile, Aisha's body was flown home to Nigeria. At her funeral, her little sister asked, if working abroad was good, why didn't she come back rich like they promised? Her question echoed the heartbreaking truth. Aisha's dream of helping her family was the very trap that destroyed her. Human trafficking rings still operate, offering The story of